Good morning, guys. In the first lecture of this unit number 5, Design for X, we talked about what is Design for X, what is X, why it is denoted with X, because it has, we can take it as a excellence, X for excellence, or X for variable. So it can be different variables or different things in your whole manufacturing process, process, customer service, and all that. It can be anything in that, to where we can have a better improved design. So that's why we are putting it as a X. Design for X means design for excellence. So we talked about yesterday, what in the whole how what are different processes, or where we can have a better design, like manufacturing, assembly, reliability, robustness, safety, green, environment friendly. So like that, we'll be going through each and every different axis. We'll going through that. Yesterday we started discussing for design for manufacturing and assembly. We'll go in more details of design for manufacturing and assembly in this presentation. So yesterday we talked why we need it, how we should do it, what is the benefit of doing design for manufacturing and design for assembly. So this slide explains what is design for assembly. Design for assembly is a method of design of product for ease of assembly. Means putting something together, like putting a wheel. Like if your car gets punctured, if on the road you are traveling to some place and you gets punctured, so you have stepney with you. But if it is very difficult, I don't know whether you have tried, you have gone through that, but it is not very difficult process. In old days, the jack was, the design of the jack was kind of complicated to to make the jack work, to to pull the car up, and then take out this different nut bolts and take out this your wheel, put the stepney. So this process was tedious. The design of the jack was not easy. It was, the driver used to feel, if I am a driver, I used to feel like, oh my God. But today, if you see the jack is it's a small part. It's a small product, but it does it is in better. It efficiently does what it's supposed to do. So it is very easy to put the jack, lift the car up. There are only 4 screws. Took the screws out, put the your wheel, take it out, and put the stepney, put the screws back, take out the jack, you are done. So it won't take more than 5 minutes to take out, change the wheel of your car. So that is ease of the assembly. So like in the same example, what is ease of manufacturing? They have come up with a tubeless tire. What is the benefit of it? So even though you get a puncture, it will immediately, you don't need to, you can go for 50, 60 miles, kilometers with the same, it will allow you to travel that much, so that you can get to a service station, and you can get your this thing fixed, puncture fixed. So that is a better design for a manufacturing perspective. Means what? Now user will be having a ease of manufacturing, what you can say, from user perspective it is a better design. So now similarly, when we are talking about the assembly, this is a spin, in the diagram I have shown a spin part assembly. So it is the design as simple as design, as minimum parts as possible, as minimum assembly as possible, so that the end user will be not be like a jigsaw. Then the more complicated you make, the user will have more, need to put more time into putting things together. So this, the simpler the design, the simpler the assembly is good or better for the end user. Like take an example of this pen. The old design, if you see the blue pen, it has so many parts. This was actually pen we used. It will be having a the the holder will be having a different, it's a different part. It will be having small. These are whatever small parts you are seeing. All those parts were there in the old design. A small ring was there, spring was there, like so many parts were there. Like if any one part of this thing is broken, your whole assembly will not work. Whole thing was not work. No, were not used to work. So basically, to how we can improve that? Okay, to make it simplify those things. So instead of having 3 or 4 parts for the mechanism of putting it on, putting it off. Just have a simple design, like cover will be simple. The hook is when you put it in a pocket, the hook is combined with the body part. So this way it is the much better design. And if something is broken, you can replace it. And nowadays actually people don't worry about that, just simply go and get a new one, because it is with this better design, better reduce cost, you can getting a another pen is cheaper. Yeah, but if you get a designer pen, if you see that they have a different, if you make these things metallic, it will be finish will be better, it will be costlier, but it will look good. So like that, design for manufacturing and design for assembly means what? Assembly should be better. Like, so manufacturing, this second part is much easier, because it has less parts, so design is not that complicated. So it's a better design from the manufacturing perspective, it is better design from the assembly perspective, and it is better design from the all other aspects what we are going to talk about, like end user use, or the recycling, all that, like all those things are better with this design. The design for manufacturing and design for assembly. Now, what are different things we need to worry about? Like material selection. Avoid regulated, restricted material. Like, first, what should be the material? Like, while selecting a material, you can have a metals, you can have different plastic. So many things are, so many choices you have. So which you will choose depending on the availability, depending on the cost, because having something metallica will be costly, as well as it will be difficult to manufacture. But what is the beauty of it, what is the best part of it, that it will be good to use, it will be life will be more. So while doing the material selection, you need to worry about what is, how you are going to, or what parts you need to worry about, cost you need to worry about, all the things you need to, like. But you should try to avoid the restricted materials which are not allowed to use, or have a restricted use. Some chemicals might be there, some metals might be there. So you need to worry about that while doing the material selection. Shape and size. Try to use standard size and standard shape, because if you deviate from the standard, then getting that size and shape will be difficult. So it will hamper with your cost, the availability, manufacturing cost, manufacturing time, and effectively it will be affect your whole overall cost of the product. Ease of manufacturing. So while doing the design, you need to worry about, you need to think how we can make the manufacturing easy, or how we can make the manufacturing better, like how we can make it so that it is easy to manufacture. Like having a complicated, like we take an example of those two pens. The first pen, there were so many small parts were there, so manufacturing of that pen was difficult. But if you see the second pen, it was easy to manufacture, because it has less parts, and it has a easier or simpler manufacturing process. Avoiding failures. Like avoiding failure means these things should not fail, and you need to worry about. So basically, you should try to avoid failures. So, catastrophe. Frequent means having failure again and again and again and again. Like your cycle chain. If it is coming out again and again, and there means you have something wrong with your design. You should try to make it better. Or catastrophic means some disaster, something bad, or the big thing is happening. You should try to avoid it. Catastrophic design. So this way, you should try to avoid failures as a part of your design for manufacturing and assembly. Tolerances. You need to worry about to- tolerance. How, what is the tolerance, how is the tolerance, and minimize secondary operations. Secondary means primary operations, whatever you have, you need to go do some secondary operations, like after this do that, finishing, or do that. So those operations should be as minimum possible, because they will increase the manufacturing cost, and they will increase the manufacturing time. This is an example of kind of fastener. If you see, there are three designs are there. Initial design, when it started, it had so many different kind of small parts are there. See how many parts are there. So it will take a lot of time to manufacture. Manufacturing will be costly. If small part is missed, is not there, then the assembly will not work. So it has so many drawbacks. But if you see, like second part, like it has see, okay, there are something 43 per hour means 43 pieces can be manufactured in hour. This is 300 per hour and last is 900 means last design can be manufactured 900 pieces per hour. First one takes 84 seconds for the manufacturing, second takes 12 seconds and last one takes 4 seconds. This is manufacturing part, or you can say assembly also. It might be manufacturing, it might be assembly, the time work. So whatever it is, but you see the last design has improved. Like the second is one is a better design because all the small parts has come out, and instead of that there is the top only. They have some small cover and which is easily fixable. And they have in the last one they have changed that also. Instead of all the fasteners, now they have a push and snap. Simply push, snap, done. Your assembly is done. It will reduce your assembly time drastically. So like that you need to worry while doing design. Instead of having small parts, try to have a design in such a way that it is very easy to manufacture and it is very easy to assemble. So like that we need to worry about small things, and we can make the whole with the consideration of small things we can make the whole manufacturing process and assembly process much better. Okay, typical what are the rules? Space holes to be made in one operation without tooling weakening. This whatever holes are there, they should be made in one operation only. Avoid generalized statements on drawings. Polish the surface. This is very generic statement. Polish the surface. You need to say what kind of polish you want. What is the finish? Surface finish you need to mention. Or we need to mention what is the type. So all the it should be detailed so that a user will be very easily or comfortably can do the finish. Dimensions from specific surfaces or points of the part. Like dimensions should be clearly mentioned and they should be easily readable to the user. Dimensions from a single datum. Avoid tolerance stack up. This is from the you should have a single datum. Means from the same datum all the tolerances should be mentioned so that these tolerances are not stacked up. Design for minimum weight within the strength and stiffness constraint. So see, whatever you are doing, the most important part, it should not fail. But your design should not be such a way that it is too much, in the strength. It will not fail even if you exceed 3, 4, 10 times of your design criteria. What does this mean? That means while your strength is mandatory, within those limits, your design should be minimum weight. So your weight should be minimum. Why reducing the weight will improve your efficiency, your operating efficiency. It will improve your manufacturing. It will have because it will need less material, so you will be having a low cost for manufacturing. So you will be saving money there. So design with the minimum weight is the criteria. But while doing that, you need to worry about that it is not failing in the strength and the stiffness. Whenever possible, design to general purpose. It's whatever tool. It should not be only for this part. It should be usable like a screwdriver. It can be used for so many things. If you make something which is very specific, then it can be used only for that particular purpose. It will not be for any other use. So try to make your design such a way that, like your pin, phone pin there are so many different types of pin are there. But you see, generally there are only iPhone will be having all iPhones will be having same pin will work in all iPhone, or like for your other phones there will be the pin will be same. Means you can use the same pin for different kinds of phones. So having a general purpose kind of this thing will help so that you will not having something special purpose only. Use generous fillets and red eye castings molded and machine parts. You should have fillets. Fillets will help so that it will user is not harmed. It will not kind of make user will be more comfortable with the having fillets and red eye. It will be much it's a better design compared to the corners. Okay, minimize the number of separate operations and setup. Your separate operations should be as minimum as possible. You should try to do all those things in one operation possible. Okay. Design for manufacturing assembly. Now design with minimum number of parts. First thing we talked about, this kind of recap we can say. Your parts, number of parts should be as minimum as possible. With the less parts you will be having less complications, less you need to worry about, less assembly will be much easier to assemble and disassemble. So minimum number of parts is better for the manufacturing and the assembly perspective. Develop modular. Your design should be modular. It should not be this thing like The modular design always better helps the user or the person who is doing the assembly. It will be easier for them to do the assembly. Minimize the part variations, like one part is having this shape, other part is having other shape, different dimension. Having variation, try to make it like a screwdriver. If you are putting a four fasteners, all of them should be same, so that if we can place any one at any other place. Having different parts, different screwdrivers in a different type of screwdrivers or different size of screwdrivers will not a good design. Design parts should be multifunctional. One screw can be used at many places, or it can be used for something else. So it should be multifunctional. Multifunctions or different functions can be should be we should be able to do that with the your parts. Design parts for the multi. Okay, apart from this can be used for this. This can be used as a knife. This can be used as a cutter. This can be used as a filer, like that. Design parts for use of fabrication. Fabrication means while doing the fabrication, it should be very easy to do the fabrication. Your parts design should be like that. Avoid separate fasteners. Separate fasteners should not be. As we took an example, that there the separate fasteners were avoided and your designing was better. Minimize assembly directions. Top down assembly. Your assembly direction should be from top to down. Maximize compliance, ease of assembly. Compliance, as it's try to do as per as generally people do as per the compliance. Minimize handling and presentation. Your handling should be as minimum as possible. Evaluate assembly methods. Eliminate or simplify adjustment. Avoid flexible components. Flexible components should be as minimum as possible. Fixed components should be there. So like that, these are the different rules we need to worry about, or we need to think while we are doing the design for the manufacturing or design for the assembly. So this way, this you need to worry, or you need to keep this all the time in the mind, that your design should be such a way that manufacturing is better, manufacturing is easy, manufacturing is in less time, assembly is easier, simpler design is simple, so that assembly is easier. User can be should be able to do the assembly with ease, without kind of frustration. Disassembly should be easy, assembly should be easy, like that. If we keep this thing in the mind, it will help with your production, it will help you with your assembly, it will help with your reduced cost of the product, which ultimately will help with the more profit, and you have a better design.